This next clip is one that, after we broadcast it, didn't really get very much attention until it got posted to the front page of Reddit and started being embedded all over the internet, including on Think Progress and countless other websites. This is our story where I merely identified that there was a connection between a Bain-controlled company in which Mitt Romney's son is actually involved and holds some kind of stake in, and 2012 voting machines. Now, I didn't make any specific allegations in this video about Tag Romney personally standing behind the voting machines with a screwdriver, but nonetheless, this clip was used in a number of different articles which either addressed that or tried to dispel that myth, so on and so forth. In any case, this video ended up being one of our top stories of 2012. Voting machines probably going to continue as a big issue in elections to come. Here's some interesting information. We talked earlier in the week, maybe it was last week, I'm losing track of time, of voter fraud, voter suppression confirmed on the behalf of the Republican Party, and we talked about the fired voter registration company. Now we have a lot of Bain alumni that are raising big money as Mitt Romney bundlers, and they are also involved in the electronic voting machine business. This is pretty interesting stuff. This is kind of a repeat of that infamous CEO of Diebold, Wally Odell, who raised money for Bush while his company supplied the voting machines for 2004 election. We're seeing almost the exact same thing, Lewis.
Okay, continue.
No, I mean, that's it. It's
that's
the same
it?
thing.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, no surprise.
Now, I'll tell the story. In 234 counties of Texas, the entire state of Hawaii, the entire state of Oklahoma, half of Washington, Colorado, counties in swing state Ohio, votes are going to be cast on these e-slate and e-poll book machines. Now, who makes those machines? A company called Hart Intercivic. Hart Intercivic machines famously tainted in Tarrant County, which is Fort Worth, adding 10,000 non-existent votes. The Everest study, which was commissioned by the Ohio Secretary of State back in 2007, found that there were a number of security flaws with the Hart Intercivic products. No surprise, we hear all the time of these flaws.
Right.
An ongoing free press investigation turned the attention to who owns the voting machine companies. You know what's coming, Lewis. We all know what's coming.
Here it comes.
The majority of the directors of Hart Intercivic come from a private equity firm. The private equity firm is called HIG Capital. Now, HIG Capital has been heavily invested in Hart since about July of 2011, just in time for the current presidential cycle. So the question is what? Well, who is HIG Capital? Out of 49 partners and directors of HIG Capital, 48 are men, 47 are white, and 11 of these men, including the founder, Tony Tamer, were at one point employed by none other than
Mitt Romney?
Bain Capital.
Well, yeah.
Bain and Company, to be specific. Two of those men, John Baldock and Douglas Berman, are Romney bundlers, along with former Bain and HIG manager Brian Shortsleeve. These employees have given $338,000 to Mitt Romney's campaign. It's about $1,500 per employee. Bain Capital, by comparison, only gave Romney $268,000. HIG is the 11th largest donor to the Mitt Romney campaign, and they are really working hard for their man, also owning a lot of the voting machines that will be tallying the results. Ladies and gentlemen, the system is corrupt.
I don't care what state it is or where the machines came from. There should not be machines.
You think we just need paper ballots?
Absolutely. You know why? Because
yeah.
If people are going to falsify things, it's a lot harder to falsify 10,000 handwritten ballots.
It is.
Than it is doing this on a keyboard.
Yeah, but local news needs the results by 11 p.m. Eastern.
Don't care. Don't care.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what's going on. You need to be aware of this.